Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. I hope you all are doing well. It's time for a vinyl update where I tell everyone basically the records that have made it into my record shelf recently. And I have to admit, this bunch over here, not really sure if they're going to fit in here. Not really sure if they're going to fit. Really. I might need to get another shelf. I've reached the point in every record collector's life where you need more shelving because you've got more vinyl. So what are you going to do? You know, I don't spend money on beer or anything like that. I don't frivolously toss my money away on any other sorts of hobbies, so, you know, it's really just kind of music. It's really just kind of records for me, you know? So when I have a few spare bucks here and there, I go pick up a record I've been anticipating or that I've been wanting or that I really have been needing to hear. So, or if I just kind of want to have it around, you know? In physical form. So we're going to need a bigger boat here, you know? So thank you for watching these so consistently up until this point and just kind of sharing in the record collecting experience with me. I do want to mention before I go into these records, these vinyl updates are sponsored by the good people over at Vinyl Me Please. They are a monthly vinyl of the month club. They send you exclusive pressings of some obscure but some tried, true, classic, and amazing records. They might send along some colored vinyl or something like that that hasn't been pressed before, or some special art. A myriad of different things usually come with these records and some background information as well. You can find a link down in the description box if you are at all interested in this service. Cool? Cool. All right, let's get into it. Before I get into the records here, I actually have a few things from other physical mediums. I went to the record store today because Red Scroll Records, the record store closest to me, where I scored, they asked me to do a little hour-long DJ set on Black Friday, which I said I was down. So I headed down there, I did that. And I just kind of scoured the store for a little bit, although they were very busy. I didn't want to kind of spend too much time in there because it was, you know, again, it was crowded. A lot of people in there for Black Friday because there was a sale and so on and so forth. So I went in there, and ever since they started selling cassette tapes, excuse me, they've been really growing their collection, kind of growing that wall of cassette tapes over at that store. So I decided now I would just kind of look into it, and I picked up a few good tapes. I got the self-titled Tom Tom Club album, which this is a nice little. I don't know. Let me just try to get this in close over here. Oh, there we go. Tom Tom Club. If you're into a little bit of 80s pop and new wave, look this thing up. I haven't tried this tape yet, but I got a great tape deck that a buddy of mine sold to me for a nice $100. So I decided I was going to start, you know, picking up more tapes. Tom Tom Club right here. If you're looking for some nice new wave music, some really cool songs on here. Try out the track "Genius of Love." Is actually a really great song, so I recommend that one. And I got some punk tapes over here from one of my favorite punk bands of all time. Let's see, Dead Kennedys right here. We have In God We Trust Incorporated, Plastic Surgery Disasters, and the album Frankenchrist. These are fantastic punk albums. If you're at all interested in punk music, if you're looking to get into punk music, if you're looking for some projects, some albums to sample, this is some very politically charged, melodic, fun, off-the-wall, colorful punk music with a lot of opinions, a lot of character, a lot of personality. I already have these albums. I'm probably not going to keep all of them. I'm probably going to keep this one over here. I've always wanted this either on tape or on LP. The other two I'm probably going to give to a good buddy of mine who turned me on to the band. So That's probably what I'm going to do. And I actually grabbed a cassette tape from a Connecticut punk band that I haven't heard of in a while, 76% Uncertain. They had this one song called I Hate the Radio, which I remember I used to jam that song all the time in high school. And I don't know how old this tape is. This might be like a reissue or something like that. I'm not totally sure. But I saw this and I recognized the name, and then I said, oh, they had some songs that I really freaking loved. And they kind of had a nice little J card in here with a lot of extra information, sort of like some homemade printed shit. So I'm kind of looking forward to trying that. All right, so let's get this back in focus. I also want to shout out a few things that had been sent to me by a few people before I get into the vinyl. The guys over at Injury Reserve, you guys might know at this point the Arizona hip-hop outfit whose mixtape Live at the Dentist Office is one of my favorite releases of this year. Reviewed it, gave it a very positive review. They dropped a CD version of this album. Look these guys up if you haven't heard this tape. It's a great, very progressive, very forward-thinking jazz rap album with a lot of funny lines, a lot of charisma, a lot of great verses, a lot of stellar beats, great hooks. This is an awesome freaking tape and a great debut. This CD that they dropped, the CD itself, it seems pretty homespun, which is fine. It's totally cool if you want to sort of take the opportunity to support the group. But one thing that it seems like was sort of specific to my CD, and it looks like there were only like 30 of these, and it says right here this is number 14. This little booklet that came with the CD, and this isn't just some CD this isn't just some booklet that comes with any CD. It's Injury Reserve Issue 1, The Making of Live at the Dentist's Office, and it talks about the history of the group. It talks about does it talk about yes, okay, so you get a little bit of insight into the lyrics. It gives you a gear list over here, the gear that was used to make this thing. Also, stories behind the features, the people who appeared on here, how they met, how they got them onto the project, and also the samples that went into this thing. I don't know if I should read these aloud. I might be blowing the guys up, getting them in trouble or something. I don't know. But it tells you the samples that go into the thing. And this one page over here, how a project comes together. It talks about the various songs on the project, and it says March 15th, beat reworked. June 2015, beat made. June 2015, verses recorded. July 2015, Curtis's verse re-recorded, or recorded or whatever. So it's kind of like each one of these tracks is being pieced together over a course of months, and it's just really interesting to sort of get that insight into the creative process of this thing. Yeah, it's just like a really cool little package. Hopefully these guys will print sort of more booklets like this, because that's a really nice addition. And even if they don't, if you like this project, or if you haven't heard this project yet, go give it a try. And if you love it, do take the opportunity to support these guys and pick up a CD or pick up something, because I would love to see more from these guys in the future. And the other thing sent to me was something from my buddy Amir, who is a fellow music writer. And he sent me this book that I have not thumbed through quite yet, although it looks pretty... It looks kind of involved, It's like really interesting. It's okay, I'm just going to show you what it is. It's called The Art of Sampling. The word I was looking for was comprehensive. Just looking through it, it seems like he's talking about stuff from copyright law to just how to technically sample something. So he's really getting into the aesthetics of it. He's really getting into the how-to of it, and talking about just how people perceive it, critics, the court system, just all that stuff, with a little bit of history as well. And of course, like I just said, issues of copyright. The art of sampling, one of the most innovative music processes to emerge in the late 20th century, stands today as both celebrated as an art form and a cultural activity within the hip-hop and rap movement tradition and beyond. The art of sampling examines the complex and controversial music process and presents a study that illuminates the history, creative mechanics, and philosophy of sampling, while also exploring the implications that it holds for copyright law. So, yeah, again, sounds very comprehensive, and I'm going to be trying to take a look at this over the next few weeks. And yeah, I mean, it looks like some cool shit. So thank you to Amir for sending this my way. All right, finally, the vinyl. Here we are. Here it is. There's nothing standing between you and the vinyl right now. Okay, picked this up today because I guess in a way today is technically Black Friday. No, it's Black Friday, the day that I'm shooting this video, but it's also like an extension of Record Store Day. It's not the Record Store Day in April that we all sort of know and love and participate in, most of us anyway, but it is a Record Store Day event for some releases, and I got a copy of this, Sunn. Canon. Oh my god, I can't even fucking believe it. It's out, it's here, it's in my hands. I've been anticipating this. And it looks beautiful. It's glossy. It's wonderful. I'm going to review this ASAP because now I have it. So I already know I had access to a digital copy, but I just really wanted to pick up this vinyl and spoil the record for myself and just get it. And it's white. It's a beautiful white record. Oh my god. It's beautiful. And it looks like this new Sunn project has a few familiar faces on it and consists of just simply 3 tracks. 12 minutes and 50 seconds, 9 minutes, 11 minutes. It's just a 3-track project. And it looks like there's some really involved stuff going on in the gatefold right here. It looks like a bit of a story of how the record has come together. So that'll be really intriguing to read into as I'm listening to the record. So yes, the new Sunn, it's in my hands. Hopefully it's in your hands as well if you wanted this thing. And if it's not now, hopefully it is in the future. I picked this up $3. How could I say no? I'm a fan, especially of her input on the Fleetwood Mac records. Stevie Nicks. Stevie Nicks! Belladonna. I mean, there's some great hits on this thing. Edge of 17. Gotta love that shit. Stevie Nicks. $3. Got this Stevie Nicks for $3. And yeah, I mean, we got a lyric sheet. Pretty simple, straightforward vinyl pressing right here. Really no muss, no fuss. $3. Stevie Nicks. Some classic rock and pop right there. Cannot go wrong. Also, another sort of used record, an older record that I picked up. A bit of a classic, you could say. Got a copy of Roxy Music's Country Life. Shield your eyes, children. Tell the children to leave the room. Really, I don't know if I should be showing this right now. I'm kind of afraid. But if you're looking for some classic rock, some not I mean it's classic sort of in an age sense, but I mean it's some interesting art rock music. Definitely look into this Roxy Music record, Country Life. All right, switching gears into something a lot more new. And also unwrapping it because I just got it today and I've been kind of waiting on it. Well, sort of waiting to get the chance to sort of go down to the store and actually pick up this copy that I reserved. It's one of my favorite records of this year, and I usually make it a point to purchase a copy and support the albums that have been my favorites of the year. We have the new Julia Holter album, Have You in My Wilderness, out on Domino Records, and there's the download card. Already got a copy, though. I love this album. It's so great. It's such a great dream pop album. It's such a great Baroque pop album. Some really good songwriting. I love Julia's voice. And just, again, kind of a no muss, no fuss package. Wonderful gray label. Very, really sticking to those neutral colors, those earthy neutrals on here. And I love the little touch of photography that comes on the inner sleeve as well. I can't wait to listen to this on vinyl and sort of see if The really great drums and upright bass on this thing are sort of enhanced by being thrown onto an analog medium. So it'll be interesting to sort of give this a listen. Now, this next couple of things right here are 12-inch singles that were sent to me by the good people over at Italians Do It Better. I didn't mention these in the last vinyl update because I hadn't given them a listen, but these are two 12-inch singles. We have Glass Candy's Feeling Without Touching and Glass Candy's Ghetto Boys. I love this. This is really nice labeling. Then we have the flip sides. This is really oddball pop music. This is some really lo-fi, homespun, strange pop music. It doesn't sound too skilled. I love that beautiful pink. It doesn't sound that skilled, but the amateurish charm of it is really appealing. It's dreamy. It's odd. It sounds like it's coming from another dimension or something. You know, it does not sound like your average lo-fi pop music, and I appreciate that. This one's the same kind of rosy pink, which is really cool. I thought when I first put my eyes on these, I was like, I might not like this. You know, I feel bad sometimes if someone sends me a record and I don't end up caring for it. But I actually ended up enjoying these quite a bit. This is just some really, again, oddball pop music with a lot of, I don't know, personality to it, a little bit of spunk. So definitely check out these Glass Candy songs again. Ghetto Boys and Feeling Without Touching. Now, these next 5 records are all from the same artist, and they were essentially me treating myself for my birthday. My birthday was this past October, and on my birthday, I bought myself these records. And they came in the mail, and they are essentially pretty much every Microphones record that Phil Elverum himself had reissued through his own label, Phil Elverum and Sunn. So we have, let's go through them all. We have Don't Wake Me Up. We have It Was Hot, We Stayed in the Water. Of course, we have The Glow Part 2. We have Song Islands. And we have the legendary, just hit myself in the fucking face. We have the legendary Mount Eerie record. You may notice that some of these have alternate covers, because this is not the cover that sort of came with the original Mount Eerie release. This is the legendary Mount Eerie record that Phil Elverum put out under the Microphones name before he changed to the name Mount Eerie, and now he just sort of releases music under this name. And these are great reissue packages. Phil never really disappoints when it comes to reissuing records or really just putting out new records, because the packaging is always great. I mean, for one, we get this really cool little plastic sleeve that sort of comes on the side of the record over here, where you get the track listing. It's kind of like a bit of a binder enhancer over here. And even the records over here that are just simply one LP, I mean, they're all gatefolds, and it's actually really cool. This one actually has a bit of a poster insert with it, with, lyric sheet, which is really cool. Just really involved stuff. And it wasn't really that bad of a price for something that seems so involved, seems so intricate, and in a really nice way sort of tributes all of these really great releases in Phil Elverum's music career. So yeah, that was just basically the whole Wake Me Up package that I showed you there. And each record here, as far as packaging goes, is just as elaborate. The other ones, I guess you could say, are probably, some of them anyway, are more elaborate, because you're talking about a double LP instead of a single LP, you know? So, yeah, again, Phil did a really great job with these. I think he kind of outdid himself a little bit, and I'm going to be very happy to sort of, you know, throw these in my case over here next to my other records that I own from him. And so there you go. Just try not to mess up that binder. Just try not to mess up this binder slip. Bam. Got that in there. Let's sample one more of these. Let's just get into the Glow Part 2 because I recently did a classic review of that, and I'm sure that's the album that most of you are the most familiar with. So, you know, we have this really cool binder slip over here with a nice little gold emblem in here, which is nice. Phil! Phil! You're doing a good job, Phil! Phil! Good job! So, and this is, man, it's just like a really nice matte type finish over here. It's not, you know, too glossy or anything like that. There is a bit of a shine on it, a bit of a sheen on it, but it's actually very nice. And again, over here we have an insert that comes with the record. We have tons of, it looks like, you know, it looks like just handwritten lyric sheet. It's actually quite nice and adds to the sort of DIY mythical ethos of the record. Microphones, Glow Part 2. Very, very neat. Some very moody, gray sky photography. Yeah, again, I mean, really great packaging. I just knew, you know, I waited a while to do this. I knew that he had released the albums a while ago, but I just so happened to remember that he did so on my birthday, so I was just like, fuck it, man. It's my birthday! So let's just grab it. And also support him in the process because he does a good thing, and he makes this world less dark. We also have another little cool insert that came in here, and that is basically the vinyl update. These are the records that I wanted to show you that recently made it into the shelf over here. Are you going to stop? Are you going to fuck me, camera? Are you going to fuck me up? Thank you. All right. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you riding with me on these vinyl updates. And let me know down in the comments if you picked up anything interesting recently that might have made it into your vinyl shelf. And you're the best. Anthony Fantano. Vinyl. Forever.